we've got a package, and we've got another package. Now, this package is my iPhone SE 2nd Gen. Now, I had 3 of them, and I'm trying to get rid of copies of phones, so I sold this one. I'm gaining $50 in profit, which is not much, but whatever. Guys, tell me what phone you want me to buy in the next video with this $50, but it has to be, like, worth the $50. So, yeah. Maybe like an OG Pixel or Galaxy S9. I'll spend a little more if you guys want me to. I'll spend up to, maybe 100 or something. Maybe I can find an S20 FE. Always wanted one of them, but we'll see. But anyways, we get a package. Now this device I bought for really cheap. Let me show you. So I paid just $20 for this Straight Talk TCL K24 when they're going for $40 at the store. So I don't care what condition it's in. That's a wicked deal. And it looks like I cut into the phone, so hope I didn't scratch it. But here she is. Oh, I cut right into there. Anyways, let's see how this thing is. So Straight Talk. No, I didn't scratch it. It actually looks like really good condition so far. What condition is it? Does it say? No, it doesn't. Unlocked, battery health 100. Bro, this phone's brand new. That's actually crazy. Yeah, this thing's brand new. Like, $20. There's one little nick up here. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. But that's like, that's it. That's actually really nice. So, we're going to see if it's still usable, even though it's a pretty new phone. But we'll see. And the screen's in pretty pristine condition. There's a couple tiny little scratches, but it's pretty much brand new. It feels brand new. It's got this like fiberglass texture. We'll go over the design once we set it up. But, man, that's honestly pretty crazy. I had one of these and then I returned it because the speaker. Where's the speaker? See, I don't even know where the speaker is. I think it's in the earpiece. But the speaker's honestly one of the worst speakers I've ever heard in my life. So that's why I returned it. I didn't think it was worth 40, but it's definitely worth 20. Okay, we're booted up. It is set up already. So I guess we're not setting it up because last time I erased the phone, I know it was Straight Talk, but I got locked out and I was pretty pissed off. So I'm just not going to reset it. So let's first look at the design before we get into anything. It's pretty simplistic here. On the back, it's like this fiberglass texture. I don't like it. I much would rather prefer something like Motorola does with this like eco leather. I think it looks and feels a lot better. Now this is, a pretty expensive Motorola. But if I get one of the cheaper Motorola's here, like the Moto G, which you can get for $24, so $4 more bucks, this is way better and way more worth it. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a nicer phone. But this back, it's fine. It feels definitely cheap, but it'll get you by. It feels durable, though. I feel like I can throw this, and it'll be fine. Guys, if we get us to, 6,000 subscribers or something, I'll drop test this. No, let's get us to 10K. Come on, we can do it. Get us to 10K, I'll drop test this thing. Even though I don't want to, I will. And if you guys don't want me to, I won't. I just won't. I'll figure something else out for 10,000 subscribers. But for 5,000 subscribers, let me know what you want to do in the comments. I could unbox, another phone. Do whatever. I could probably buy, we can unbox an S20 something, an S20 FE, or an S20 Ultra. Kind of want to get an S20 Ultra. I think that would be pretty cool. Or for 10K, I could buy the new Moto Razr 25. We'll do that for 10K if you guys agree. So comment down below if you guys agree with the new Razr for 10K. But anyways, we have this single camera that has like this ring around it, and it feels like cool. It makes that texture on like an old phone back in the day, but not as loud. And then a flash with that same ring around it, but it's a lot smaller. And it says hybrid camera, just like your car. So this camera takes both gas and electric, which is pretty cool. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, hybrid camera, whatever that means. Maybe it has like a macro built in, but that's just another. Wait, let me put this up to the mic. Oh, maybe it doesn't do that. Oh, it doesn't do it. To the right, you get your power and your volume. No fingerprints here, but the power button is elongated to look like a fingerprint sensor, which is weird. It kind of fooled me the first time I got this phone. It's not, but as you can see, it looks just like a phone with a fingerprint sensor. It's kind of strange, but yeah. And then up top, we just have a mic. Towards the left, our SIM and SD card slot. Super simple and standard. And towards the bottom, our headphone jack, our mic, and our USB Type-C port. Again, super simple. Okay, and up front, we have a 6.5-inch HD Plus display. It's just 720p. It's a 90 hertz panel, though, which is nice. Let's look at the settings and see what we got here. So, home and lock screen. We get our wallpaper and style modes here. Just your standard Android. You could change clock, color, and size. Super simple. There. You can change your color palette. Home screen, themed icons, and that's about it. So that's pretty simple. Let's see what kind of wallpapers we have. So here's our static wallpapers. And here's our standard TCL live wallpapers. Let's see what else we got on here. So not too much to choose from, actually, and they're kind of crap, in my opinion, but let's go ahead and try this one. See if that applies. Home and lock. Okay, and there we go. So now we got that applied. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this thing connected to Wi-Fi just so it can install all of its bloat applications so I can delete them after. And yet again, we're getting another very bad vibration motor. Very cheap, very rattly. We're getting this, U-shaped cutout on the top. It's just, TCL phones are designed very cheap. That's why I kind of steer people away of TCL phones. I got two now. I used to have none. I broke one way back in the day, a TCL A30, and I sold a 30Z back in the day. Both phones are pretty much crap, and the two TCLs that I got are pretty much crap also. The 50XE isn't bad, but you can get a lot more for your money at $50. And this for $40, definitely not worth it. For $20, I guess it's definitely worth it, but I just steer people away from TCL. They have bad software support, poor management, and just overall bad build quality and performance. It's just not a great manufacturer for phones, especially. But I do like their software and the way of going about it, but yeah, it's just slow and laggy. So on display here, we just got adaptive brightness, darker display mode. We do get our dedicated dark mode for adaptive. Now, this is stupid. You do not even get sunrise to sunset, which is stupid. TCL, another dumb thing they do. They don't do sunrise to sunset dark mode, so you have to do manual times here. So we're going to start it at about 5 or 4:30 p.m. because that's where it gets dark here. And you could hear that vibration motor. Hold on. So I don't know if you can hear that, but that's like very bad. I'll have it turn off at 6 a.m. Eye comfort mode just warms up the display. Super simple. Sleep. I do like this. They have a never option. That is nice. Color mode and temperature. As you can just see, it's just so slow. You have vivid, natural, or advanced. We'll just go with natural. And your refresh rate. So you have smart refresh, 90 hertz, or 60. We're definitely putting that on 90. Get a faster refresh rate. Display, text, and size. Super simple here. Just your standard stuff there. Auto rotate. Your status bar and notch. So you can battery percentage inside, next to, or out of the or just don't show. We're just going to do next two on this one. Notification. Okay, so that would number your notifications instead of just showing their icons. And notch. You can just hide that notch right there and just put everything up there. Or hide the notch and put everything below. So that's actually a pretty cool feature. I kind of like that. So if you want to, eliminate the notch, you can do that. It's not going to look great at night because it's an LCD, but that's actually really cool. Because I hate having a notch, interrupting my view. That actually looks pretty good. Okay. Well, today we're just going to do default. We're going to go back. We're going to go back again. Back one more time. And let's go to the next vision. This is TCL's thing for image enhancement, video enhancement, and game enhancement. I turn game enhancement off. It seems to make the games less good. Eye comfort mode, reading mode, dark display mode, whatever. Just standard settings. Sound and vibration. Pretty standard stuff there. Vibration settings. I'm going to actually turn off vibrations because they're absolutely terrible. So, touch feedback. Boom. Now it's less bad. Notifications. Bubbles, all your standard. Buttons and gestures. Okay. Button navigation. You can change to the side, which is actually a really nice option. Or you can just go straight to gesture. We'll see how it, performs with that. But I'm guessing it's not going to perform pretty well. Okay. Gestures. 3-finger screenshot. Swipe down with 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Which worked. It's just very delayed. And your lift to wake. So if it's on a table, you lift it up, it wakes. Again, we'll try that out. Wakes. That's actually a pretty cool feature. We'll keep that on. And as you can see how long it takes. Like this is... I know it's bloatware installing though. I'm sure there's like 1,000 apps on here. Look at this. I'm trying to go home. Excuse me. Home, it's super slow. There's no apps. Yeah, it's just super slow. Okay, where were we here? Shut up. Will you just shut up? Buttons and gestures. Okay, power key. Quickly open camera, double press. Sure. Opens the camera. We'll take a look at that later. But that's pretty cool. Or your long press for a digital assistant. I do not like that. I just like it going straight to the power menu. Right there. Power button ends call too. You have advanced features. Screen recorder, which is nice to have because you don't even get that on the A16, which is a way more expensive phone. Smart manager. Whoops. The frig. This phone sucks. Smart manager. So this is kind of like TCL's management system. Auto launch, battery, memory, and notifications and cleanup. Auto launch. Let's see. You can select automatically manage downloaded apps. Sure. I don't know what that does, but whatever. Sure. Let's go back. This phone is just so slow. Go back. Guess I didn't tap it. Battery. Normal saving mode. Super saving mode. Abnormal power consumption. Application management. That's a mouthful. Detect power draining apps. There's none right now. Battery percentage. Again, you can do that. More battery settings. Stay connected to Wi-Fi or cellular while you're asleep. So you can turn that off, and it shuts off Wi-Fi when you sleep. How does it know when you sleep? To extend battery life, system will learn your charging habits. Okay, so it has that, and battery manager. So pretty standard with the battery settings. Memory, we are getting 4 gigabytes of RAM on this, which is not bad. It's low, but for the price, it ain't bad. Notifications, and then clean up. So you can clean up something. Sure. Clean up storage and stuff, which this has 64, which again is not terrible for the price. I've seen worse. 64 is still pretty usable if you don't do much on your phone. Security. This is just your standard stuff. Device unlock. Let's add See if we have face. Yes, we do have face unlock, so we can try that with a pattern. Let me just enter my pattern. And I'm just going to put in my face. Oh, if you want to show all lock screen content, and I'm going to do that. Face unlock will be disabled in the following cases. The device has not been used for more than 4 hours. It locks you out of the... That's stupid. Only 4 hours. That's not long. PIN, pattern, or password has not been used to unlock for more than 24 hours. Face unlock failed 3 times in a row. Okay. Well, let's see if it can work behind the camera here. Device unlocked. Okay. It doesn't jump straight in. Oh, there was a setting for that. Okay, hold on. Let's try it now. So if I pick up my phone, look at it. No match. Okay, let me just do it off camera. And it works. So I guess it's a hit or a miss. It's installing all these bloat applications. But yeah, not bad. So at least it has that. And that's about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into About Phone. And as you can see, this has a MediaTek Helio G36, which is cheap. Only an 8 megapixel rear and a 2 megapixel front camera. So I'm guessing the cameras are going to be pretty horrible. Just for context, the first ever iPhone that ever was created, the iPhone 2G, had a 2 megapixel camera. So yeah, it's not great. And an 8 megapixel for the rear. An iPhone from 2012 had an 8 megapixel camera, just for context. Just saying here. So that's bad. 720p screen, pretty standard for this price in Android 14, which is, again, pretty standard. So let's spam tap this. We're going to go into developer options. I'm going to let down the animations a bit. This phone's so slow so far, but we'll see how it runs. And one's already to 0.5x. That doesn't make me very hopeful. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to log in with my Google account. I'm going to get all the bloat applications uninstalled and install my own. And we'll see if it's still usable in 2025. Alright, guys. I got some apps installed here, and we're going to see if this thing's still usable. First up, device info. Let's see what this thing's running. It's slow so far. So anyways, Android 14, Helio G36, 720p, 90 hertz screen, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, 8 megapixel back, and 2 megapixel front camera. Terrible. What? This thing only has 1 cycle count? So by the way, this thing is actually worth it. Like, only 1 cycle count. And I paid $20. But anyways, 4,000 milliamp hour battery. And that's about it for that. Let's first try out Facebook. Now, Facebook runs fine. Let's try out some Reels. So, Reels are definitely laggy, but they do run. They are a little bit slow, though. So, yeah, not too great for Reels. So, Facebook, it runs fine. Let's try out Instagram. Taking a while to load. Just get the hell out of here. Continue. Oh my god, this thing. So it's running fine. Save $50 on 12 mini. I actually do want a 12 mini. I don't know how much it is, though. Does it say? Let's actually go look. Hold on. Oh, never mind. That's not worth it when I could get one for $150 an iPhone 13 at Walmart. But anyways, this actually runs really good, Instagram. Like, the Reels aren't bad. It's a little stuttery, but it ain't. So Instagram, not too bad. Let's try out TikTok Lite. Now, TikTok wouldn't really run on this, so we're going to try out Lite. And TikTok Lite also working pretty good. Yeah, this speaker. Oh, I can't play that. Anyways, yeah, this speaker's bad. It sounds like the video's AI, but it's not. It's like has that AI sound. That's how distorted the speaker is. But overall, blur that. But overall, TikTok Lite, not too bad. Next up, let's try out YouTube. Let's play one of my videos. Let me know in the comments if you'd rather prefer the mouse pad or without it. Because, like, I used to do these videos without the mouse pad, and I don't know which one looks better. So just let me know in the comments. But, anyways, wow, that took a while. But, it looks to be running fine. Let's go ahead and crank this guy up to 1080p. It's definitely lagging so far. Oh, boy. That is bad. I don't know if you could see the ghosting, but it's like really bad. Okay, let's try out 720p. Dude, it's still ghosting. This is like very bad. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with TCL? Let's try out 480. Let's see if we can at least do that. Okay, 480, there's no ghosting. That's bad. You have to put the phone in 480p to actually be usable. That's very bad. Like, wow. So yeah, doesn't run YouTube good. So this thing is actually very bad so far. It does have picture-in-picture. Can you zoom it in? Yes, you can. Wow. All right. Next up, let's try out some lighter gaming. Geometry Dash Lite. Now, as you know, I am the GOAT at this game, so yeah. As you can see, I'm already winning. Like, this is just crazy. This game actually seems to be running fine. So maybe just YouTube's not optimized, but that would be a little weird. Or maybe the phone's just having a bad day or something. But Geometry Dash running completely fine. I did turn off that next. Oh, that could have been what it is. It could have been that next vision enhancement. I'll turn that off and try YouTube again after this game. And we'll see if it's that, because sometimes that next vision is just terrible. So yeah, we'll try that after this game. I'm guessing that's what it is, because if it has trouble playing 1080p YouTube, that'd be bad. So yeah, this is running completely fine. Like, oh, whatever. So let's go ahead and turn that off and see if that helps out any. I'm guessing it will. But next vision. There we go. Let's turn everything off. Okay, now let's try to go into 1080p. No. Still go. Wow. That's bad. Still ghosting. Jeez. And the media player won't close. This phone's crap so far. This is bad. Next, let's try out like the stack game. I'm gonna actually change the status bar to hide the notch because I like that. I think that looks good. There we go. That looks cool. Hell yeah. Alright, now let's try it out. Alright, let's try out this game. Let's actually turn down the brightness a little bit. So this game, you just stack on top of each other. And I'm actually like goated at this game, so as you can see. And it's actually running pretty well, so oh, that's bad. It did lag, so that's what happened. So stack, it runs, but yeah, it's a little bit laggy, and this thing is just slow. It's just a bad phone so far. Next, I want to try out PUBG Mobile. It probably won't run great, but we can see. All right, we got it here. Let's battle. Let's see how this thing runs on PUBG. Crank this brightness up a little bit. I'll just go 100. Screen does not get bright, so. Alright, we're flying in here. A little laggy, but I feel like it's not going to run too bad. As you can see, it's already running not too bad. Let's jump here. Yeah, so actually it's running pretty good. Now, this game is not very demanding. It played very well on the Blue V2, which actually surprised me, but yeah. So it's not a very intensive game, but as you can see, it is working. let's hop down here and see what happens. Jesus, game, it just takes forever to hop down, but there's our parachute. No lag popping out our parachute. The Blue View 2 did lag a little bit, which I did pay more for the Blue View 2. I think I paid $2 less, maybe. I forgot, but yeah. A little bit oh, very laggy. But now it's not too terrible. Try shooting here. It's fine. It's a little bit laggy, but I bet you if you go into intense matches, it'll be pretty laggy. But overall, just walking around, not too bad. As you can see, the colors are pretty good. The graphics aren't bad, so it runs. And you just might have a lag spike here and there. Now I can't get out of here. Oh, boy. Okay, next up, I want to quickly look at this camera. I know it's bad, but we'll see here. So we do have a macro, so that's what our hybrid camera is. 1x, 2x, and 4x, so very bad there. Video, normal, and time-lapse, no slow-mo, pano, and portrait, and that's it. And portrait is only for the front-facing camera, so yeah. And holy crap, I'm looking at that front-facing camera. It is not good at all. Wow. All right. Okay. Let's take a picture of this plant here, if it wants to even focus on it. We do have some sort of HDR. So with that on, it actually makes the photo look a bit better. Processing, some post-processing. So the before picture, very blurry. And with HDR, it is a bit better, but it's still very bad. I guess I'll shoot up some photo and video samples. This is a video test on the TCL K24. How does it look? Very shaky, I can tell. Yeah, not great. We're recording on the iPhone 13. Doesn't look good. As you can see, very freaking shaky. That is just bad. Okay, so as you can tell, that's a very bad camera. Yeah, but at least it's a camera for $20. So let's run a Geekbench test and see how this thing performs. I'm guessing not good. I'm guessing under 200, which is unusable pretty much. So let's run it. Wow. So this test took, I kid you not, 30 minutes. The first time it didn't even work. Second time here, 144 over 532. That is terrible. This thing is absolutely bad phone. Lastly, I just want to, run a simple 3D mark test. I don't want to push it too much, it might be too much for it. So, we'll download that and we'll get going with that. Oh, does that move? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we're all done, and as you can see, that's very bad also. So, overall, this phone, for $20, it's worth it, but if you guys have one, I definitely consider upgrading. It's just not a good phone. I wouldn't get anything TCL. They have some good phones, I will say that, but this one in particular is just not a great phone. It's very slow and very laggy. So, yeah, I don't think it's still usable, but let me know your guys' opinion down below in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next one. Let's get us to 10,000 subscribers. Well, let's get us to 5 first, but thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.